What up, guys? Welcome back to another segment of Rising Duelist. It's Chillfish, Jay, and Konobandit up in here. And we're continuing on with this little series until we get a ban list. Now, 5 cards we want, in general. This one is 5 cards we want to be limited. Whether these are cards we want banned that we come back to 1, or cards that are somewhere else we want to get to limited 1. That's just what we're going to be talking about today. So why don't you start us off, Konobandit? What's the card you want to come to 1?
I want, because of Link Frames pack, which we're not getting, but hopefully we're going to get all the links. I want Construct to come back to 1. I think Shadal's got power crept to the hell out of it, even without having Construct. Like, Construct's a great card, but
it should never have been banned.
It shouldn't have been banned.
It should have been limited.
Just put to 1 is honestly fine, because if at the rate it's going right now, yes, Shadal's are a good deck, but I don't think they're ever going to be back to the place they were when they first came out. And even with their new Link monster, it's not anything fantastic. It's okay. It's just nice to have a Link monster, but I like Construct. I really want to build Shadal's in real life, and I think that if Construct was announced to be put at 1, I'd buy the whole core tomorrow if that's what happened. I'd do that right now.
And I think Construct, Shadal's were already being power crept out of the meta in general. They were having lower and lower representation.
Yeah.
It wasn't like Bring Abyss where you saw them as a good chunk, like a third for everything, and they somehow still dodged everything. So when they banned Construct, I was like, banned? Like, it should have gone to 1 or even 2.
Exactly,
Like, that just was an abusive thing this time by Konami.
Like, honestly, Shadal's were only good, really good because of Super Poly.
Yeah, when Super Poly, when El Shadal, when their El Shadal Fusion or whatever one is, their quick spell, their version of it became limited, they were already dying off, so.
Exactly.
Construct was just a casualty of war. Speaking of another, deck from like 3 or 4 years ago format, I want Shurit, the Necros, to come back to 1. A lot of people actually have been asking for this. Like most every YouTuber I've watched recently has talked about this. CMO, Team APS, all those great guys out there.
He's honestly just saying that because he just picked up the Necros core. So.
That too. But I want, honestly though, Shurit only satisfies one thing, which Gishkis have and every ritual. It satisfies a ritual requirement. That's all the deck really does. Granted, when you tribute it, it can bring you back your Brio or your Trishula or your the Colossus, Miss Bird. It can bring you that stuff, but that synergy isn't with one Shurit. That's all you can do at one time, so you're not having these crazy loops. Again, I just like it because it satisfies the requirement for one thing. So you're not, because the way that Necros work is that they're so specific. You can't ritual summon this using this level monster. They're not like Gishkis where it doesn't matter. You can just run 6s and do everything, or you can run 8s and do this. They specifically, the 6 and 8s require that you can't use their own cards or whatever like that. So sure, it just fills a nice little gap in there. And it's rituals. They're not going to break the bank. They're not going to break the bank, but they're not going to break the format.
Break the bank.
Yeah, they're
take all the money.
They broke my bank. They broke my bank. But they're not going to break the meta.
Yeah.
Like, what do you guys think?
I agree.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely agree.
I remember one time it was a huge deal. This is pretty recent. After Code of the Duelist dropped, the Necros topped, and it was like, oh my god, Necros top, that's a huge deal, and I didn't even realize they're not doing anything. If it's such a huge deal that one topped somewhere, then
your locals for crying out loud.
Yeah, they can come back.
Yeah, they just got that new card in the, I think Maximum Crisis is like Ariel or something.
Yeah, and Ariel's not terrible.
It's not terrible, but it's like, why are you giving them more cards when no one's playing the deck? You don't even have Shurit, so just give them one.
Get Shurit come back to 1. It's all go.
At the very least. Another one, since we have so much stuff, and this was mostly because also Evenly Match is also a thing. I think Heavy Storm can come back.
Yeah,
I agree.
Right now we have too much back row going on. It's a little bit hard right now.
Pendulum Magicians.
Yeah, Pendulum Magicians.
Pendulums, we need the occasional
All the
toad player.
reincarnations.
Yeah, Paleozoics. It would be nice just to have an out 12 that's. We have a Darko, Regeki, Inroad, Kaiju Slumber at 1. Evenly Match was better than everything at 3. I think if Evenly Match doesn't get hit at all, then there's no reason for Heavy Storm not to come back. Heavy Storm is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, and I think it's fair. It hits your back row too if you had any in the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you drew it mid-game and you're like, crap, like, I have all my field, I have my field spell and I have my back row, but like, I don't want to deal with their stuff. I don't know what they have.
It's a lot more, I think it's a lot more balanced / fair versus Giant Trinade, which bounces everything back to hand. Because then it's like, okay, you can reset it then on your own turn. You reset your own board. And
exactly, yeah.
Have so much more advantage.
Activate Spiral Resorts and then search them. Today's Fire Resort again.
Heavy Storm. And I've got like 3 ultra rares of those, so that can come back to 1. I can just sell all those and make my money back from the cross.
Exactly.
The one card that we all agreed with, this is a fan favorite that should definitely come back to 1 is Stratos. Like,
just come on. It's about time.
It's their heroes will do absolutely jack shit when that comes in, and they also are getting a new link eventually, so that could give them just a little boost into coming back.
And that sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
And all you people who are afraid, oh my god, it's 2012 and I'm afraid of heroes, get over it. It's been literally 6 years now. So.
We'd have the opposite of the OCG too if we had 1 Stratos, 3 Dark Shadow Mist.
Yeah,
they had 1 Shadow Mist,
opposite.
3. Well, they had 3 Stratos. Come on, like
it would be the exact opposite, so that'd be fun. The honorable mention for this one, because again, the Link Rain stuff, which we have no idea when we're gonna get into it, it's kind of influencing a lot of stuff, / we want to see on meta that every deck should show up at one point, is gonna be Wind Up Carriers and Matey. I think this could be going back to 1. This is an honorable mention before we talk about the big card that should go to 1. That's it.
Might as well. Yeah.
Just give an older deck that has no love anymore.
A cute little deck.
Especially a lot of these roles were done before Master Roll 4. I mean, a lot of these bans were done before Master Roll 4, so now that we have link rules, that a lot of these older stuff can come back.
I mean, Zen Meiji has been banned before I even got into Yu-Gi-Oh! And I got into it in like 2013, so it's like it's been that long.
We weren't even able to play it.
Yeah, it's been before that, so I was like, this is one of those cards that like, oh, I heard rumor that once upon a time this wasn't banned. But,
yeah.
And the number 1 card that you actually suggested this one, which is shocking me.
We've talked about this countless times, like in between and friends on video too. Trickstar Reincarnation. It's good. It's too good, and we've talked about how they're gonna get their new card that lets them do the second effect,
which is the reincarnation.
Which is the reincarnation part of it. And with the presence of hand traps right now, I don't think we should be hitting Troll Lockbird per se, because that kind of just lets anybody do whatever they want, and it's good to have the card to stop the opponent from drawing. But reincarnation combined with that, it's broken. It's literally not fair at all.
And you can search reincarnation.
You can search reincarnation, and there's not much else to say about that. We've talked about this card countless times.
But it's a good card that it won't kill Trickstars if it gets limited. Like I said, you're getting a new card that helps with the recycling, which is what you need.
Which is what they want, and that's what people are complaining about. Like, well, I can't recycle my cards, and then and Konami's like, here you go. Here's your
Quit complaining.
So so this could be, we're seeing something. So this could be on there.
Yeah.
So that's our 5 cards that we want to come back to 1. What are some cards that you think either should from the ban list should come to 1? That are open free range should come back to 1, let us know, and we'll see you guys next time.
See you in the comments.